This is Total Babble. Total Babble. It's a show about music, pop culture, social media, movies, the internet, relationships, TV, whatever. Total Babble. The Total Babble Podcast.
You know what might make you feel better?
I don't know.
Well, I think that we should get chickens and so that they can have eggs, because I like eggs, you like eggs, and we should put them in a place that we call Cluckingham Palace. And then we should name them after all of the members of the royal family, and we'll get one rapey rooster and we'll call it Andrew.
Do you breed for a rapey rooster, or how do you look for that? Well, I guess you could just monitor their behavior, I guess, right?
The sad fact is that all roosters are a little bit rapey.
Okay.
So you just get a rooster. Although you're not allowed to have them in neighborhoods. No cocks allowed, no roosters,
Okay.
because they are noisy, because they crow.
You seem slightly quiet.
It's because my plans for chickens are a secret.
I see.
Shh, don't tell anyone.
Can you?
I'm going to get chickens delivered to your house, like just live chickens. Heaps of them.
Oh, you're making it hard to be in a bad mood, though I am in a bad mood.
What kind of chickens do you like? Did you know that there are different types of chickens?
I like the battle cross chickens is what I like.
Battle cross chickens?
Yeah, the battle cross chickens. You've heard of the battle cross chickens.
I haven't, but they sound like battle bot chickens.
Yeah, that's exactly what they are.
So they're
mech chickens.
They're mech chickens.
Yeah.
Not mech chickens,
Right.
like McDonald's chickens. They're mech chickens. They are half robot, half chicken. Do they still produce butt nuggets? Do they still produce eggs?
They crap batteries.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
What kind of batteries?
C's.
This is great. We're going to make so much money.
They're not as useful. Double A's would be great, but they're C's.
Maybe we need mech goats or mech rabbits for triple A's and double A's. I'm assuming that's how this works. I'm not a scientist, though, so maybe we need a scientist.
See, I wish we would do the audio check first before you started saying good stuff, because I want to fix your audio, but I would like to use this.
Or I can just start talking normally.
Okay.
Whatever.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
why are you upset, Stuart?
I will tell you this. In all the times that we've done this show, have I ever said to you, I just don't feel like doing it today? Have I ever said that you recall?
No, you've never.
I'm always up for doing this. I like doing this normally, but I just am not into doing it for the first time in years. And there's a few things at work here. The first thing is we did a show 2 days ago, and now we're doing another one, and because you're going to be out next week, and then we're still doing one more. Everything's all out of order. That's fine. I can work around it. I like having you here. But we just did one. On that last one, the power went out, and that was a whole big pain in my ass. And that is a known issue in Apple 15 and 17s that I found out that Apple just hasn't bothered to fix. Aside from that, it kind of ruined the show last time. We had a good 15 minutes last time that was just on the phone, but people are never going to hear it. So then yesterday, I'm going through the week, and just everything that can screw me is trying to screw me and trying to put me in a bad mood and trying to kill me. Yesterday, you heard a phone call before we went on the air. The new internet that I have, the fiber, the great stuff, went out for 12 hours. It went out at 12 noon, and I can't work like that. I can't do this.
Can't do your job.
I called Cox, the people that I hate, and they reactivated me right away. So as of right now, I'm paying for 2 internets, and I think one of them will work okay. We'll find out. So I've got that going on, and I told the fiber people, if you don't give me 2 months for free so I can have redundancy and have both active, I'm just going to cancel your service, because you can't get anybody on the phone. There's nobody to help you because they're a small company, and it's ridiculous. Everybody's very pissed off. If you can just say, okay, it's going to be a few hours, that's fine. But it was 12 hours and I had to reactivate Cox. So there's that. And everywhere I go, people are just pissy. Just an asshole at Costco that doesn't want to move her cart so I can get into the parking space. Stupid people like that everywhere. And then this morning, I get in a big internet fight with musical superstar Imani Coppola on Instagram. She had hits in the 90s, some really good records. I like her stuff a lot. And she was trying to do some kind of weird video content with no context, and I reacted to it. And I, honest to God, you won't believe this, I did nothing wrong, but she just went total crazy bitch and took the time to send me in Instagram DMs a voicemail screaming at me. And I just was like, I did nothing wrong there. I was kind of helping you work the bit, I thought. And it wasn't even like me being dumb like I can be. It was like, okay, you gave no context for this, yet it's my fault, and you're going to scream at me. We can go into the details on that maybe sometime. I just don't want to get into it this time because it seems very self-involved, and I want to evaluate it and that kind of thing. It's just every time I turn around, somebody's negative or shitty or trying to screw me, and I'm worried about you. Are you still with me? My sister and Mike?
Yeah.
All righty.
I mean, I don't even see you enough for you to fucking annoy me. So I think we're good. I think we're good.
It's not the key. Just don't see somebody enough to be annoyed, and it will all work out.
You've just made a brilliant case for what is the latest trend in marriage. It's two people who like each other, they get married, and then they never move in together. They maintain separate residence.
I've not heard of separate residence. I've heard of separate rooms when you go to sleep at night, and I could totally see that. You know, if you're really into each other, you meet up for some screwing, and then you go and have your own sleep. That could be good.
You can have home games and away games.
Nice. I like the concept. And special uniforms to go with it.
Well, we are a sports show, after all.
Kings of sports.
Kings of sports. But I think it kind of makes sense, especially... I know a number of people who say keep different work schedules. Say somebody might work night shift, somebody might work day shift, or when you have small children that come into the room, or maybe your partner snores or uses a CPAP machine or anything like that. Getting the old sleep divorce is pretty popular and common, and I think it saves a lot of marriages.
Yeah, I would think anybody that interrupts your sleep is going to make you hold at least a secret grudge. You're going to be thinking of them and be grumbling and just be really kind of pissed off, you know?
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you and your husband get along okay with the sleeping?
Yes and no. For the most part, yes. But if we've been drinking, no. Because it relaxes your palate and it causes people to snore.
I thought you were going to say he was very farty. I thought maybe that's what it was. Or you were in that case. I don't know.
Well, if I have too much sugar,
yeah,
definitely. Way too farty. I don't have a lot of sugar, but I will get gassy. But no, it's not that.
It's a little bit farty, this feeling inside. I just came up with that. Pretty proud.
Yeah, I'm not one of those who can easily
hide. It all just works out.
Because I'm farting so much, you can hear me at a distance.
Welcome to the show. We're making up fart songs.
Yeah, why not? It's all the rage. I'm very sorry to hear about your fiber problems. Fiber is supposed to keep you regular, but alas, it is not doing what it's supposed to. We've talked about this before. We have our own redundancy. We have 2 lots of cable that have been laid to our house, and we maintain 2 separate providers so that we have redundancy. And my husband, he's very, very smart man and very technically minded, and so he has an automatic failover that he has set up in our home server. Yeah. We have uninterruptible power supplies, all of that kind of thing.
You know what my automatic failover is? These right here. These 2 hands. I got to go over and switch it and then plug it back in. Say, oh, give me 5 to 10 minutes. This modem off, that one on. That's what I do. Found that out yesterday.
Do you sing Metallica when you do it? Give me fuel, give me fiber, give me that which I desire. No?
You are very spontaneous, and you're like an improv class. You're like a human improv class where humans are. I don't know why I phrased it that way.
I mean, I know AI is taking over everything, but if I go to an improv show and there are robots I'm going to flip a table. Maybe not a table because I'm too weak. Maybe I'll kick over a chair or a small child. I couldn't flip a table. Most of them are bolted down these days anyway. But we went to an improv class.
Well, you just have to remember the modern day rule for improv. You know the rule. It's yes and Metallica.
Yes and Metallica.
Yeah.
Exactly. Every single time.
Fiber.
Master of fiber, pull the string. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I'm doing the show with a girl that knows Metallica. Life is not that bad.
Who doesn't know Metallica? That's my question.
Not as much as Rush, but Metallica is very dude.
Is it?
They are very dude. Yeah, Thrasher dude.
One of my best friends is a huge metalhead and a woman. Her favorite band is Iron Maiden.
Oh, the Maiden is so good. Early Iron Maiden, not so much the newer stuff. And the way they've remastered those records is a crime. They're so muddy and terrible sounding. But anyway, don't need to go off on that.
I've never been a huge Iron Maiden fan, but I understand why people are into them.
Number of the Beast, Peace of Mind. These are the records to have. Your friend right now is listening, shaking her head, going, oh, yeah, he's right.
Yeah, and she's got her devil horns up and shaking her head up and down.
You want to impress her? Watch this. You go to her and you go, I do a podcast with a guy who was on the Live After Death record. You tell her that? I can't be responsible for what's going to happen.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, here you go. Walk up to her and go, scream for me, Long Beach. See what she says.
I will. That'll be really weird.
Yeah.
I'll have to get on a plane and go to Canada.
It won't because she'll understand it. If you say to an Iron Maiden fan, scream for me, Long Beach, they will get it.
I bet she will.
Oh, it's so good. Anyway.
Yeah.
We are recording out of order, and this is going to be the one that airs on April 1st. So first off, how about that No King's Day? Oh, there was more people there than ever. I think there were like 50 million people that showed up to protest, and that's what I'm going to go with as we're guessing ahead as we record. How about it? You got out, and I saw you had all your camouflage on and the face paint and all that there at No King's Day. Good for you.
You say camouflage, I say cheetah print. Whatever.
It's the same, really.
It's the same. I was going as a cougar.
Very
and
good.
a cheetah print.
Yeah. And we discussed the possibility of an April Fool's thing. But here's the thing. We're not recording on April Fool's Day. This is the April Fool's show. You can't do it unless it's on the day that you're recording, which is a great excuse because I just came up with no April Fool's Day bits that weren't stupid and lame like radio does every April Fool's Day. And I didn't want to do that to the listeners.
Well, let's talk about lame April Fool's Day jokes, okay? So there is one that is contentious, and I'd love to get your opinion on it.
Well, I feel it's contentious.
Is that people who like pretend to be pregnant and make fake pregnancy announcements or tell their partner that they're pregnant on April Fool's Day. Funny, shitty, talk about it.
Yeah, that's really a bad way to go because
I agree.
You go as a dude from being completely terrified and aghast to, oh my God, how are we going to deal with this? Okay, we're going to have to deal with this. And then you become accepting, and then that just completely gets swept out from underneath you.
Yeah, or alternative views as well. What about if you're in a long-term relationship and that person gets really excited and then has their heart broken? Or people who do it on social media, forgetting that there are some people out there who are really struggling with infertility and they would want anything, more than anything on earth to be pregnant. And then you're sort of making their dream into a joke and they're just like, lol, jokes. Dagger in the heart.
Here's the way my brain works. If this happened, the way it would go in the fantasy is she would be somebody that had decided to do this and she would tell a friend, but the friend also likes me. So the friend would tell me about it ahead of time and I would be aware of the scheme going in. And then I would kind of play along and get to a point where I was so attached to it. And then she would say, oh, it's an April Fool's joke. And then I would work it up and start crying and act really upset, tears streaming down my face, emotional outbursts, and just go, April Fool's, double fuck back. That's what I would do.
Double fuck back. I've never heard that before.
I just made it up.
It may surprise you to know that I can tell.
It does, actually. These, to me, sound like things that should be ingrained in our psyche. Double fuck back. I'm pretty proud of that one.
Double fuck back.
That's right.
That is a signature move in our new card game called YouKnow. Not Uno. It's called YouKnow.
Would we get sued?
Double fuck back.
That's pretty great. Yeah, that could be in a card game.
It's a new card game.
Now, would the game itself be called Double Fuck Back, or would that just be an aspect of the game?
No, it's a move. It's like skip or reverse or wild. It's just double fuck back. No, it starts with a fuck back, right? It's the card's the fuck back, and then you can stack a fuck back. Okay, so it's a double fuck back, and you get to change the color, and then you get to the end of the game when you're about to win, and you just stare people in the face and go, I'm about to win. That's the game.
And somehow there would need to be a fuck back, a double fuck back, a triple fuck back. Eventually, I would like to get to a place where you put the final card down and you just go, mega fuck back. And then you win the game.
We should also create the Total Babble Monopoly. And all it is, it's just all of the companies that you hate. And the goal is to send them all bankrupt or set all of their locations on fire.
You're going around the board and you accidentally land on things and then you have to patronize them. And that's, God damn it. I'm at Target again. I don't want to be here.
Yeah, exactly. And you just pull all of these different cards that include supply chain shortage, bankruptcy, fire.
I've got a sensitive employee that kicks me out. God damn it.
CEO gets fired by the board. Just all sorts of stuff that would get you really happy and excited if it happened to Walmart.
I have weighed in my mind right now who is worse, the Walmart and the Target. I don't know the answer to that because Walmart has always been terrible and they've always been ultra-right Republican, but at least they haven't gone back and forth. Target has gone back and forth and tried to play both sides of it. And if you play both sides of it, you're really shitty too, because that shows that you're not really committed to doing the right thing. So which one is worse?
Walmart. And here's my rationale.
Alrighty.
Because their buying power, they really screw down suppliers. Because they have so much buying power, they screw down farmers and stuff for how much they pay them. Whereas I think Target doesn't. But I might be mistaken in that regard.
They're also huge on pressuring their suppliers to give them better prices than anybody else local in the market.
Yes.
I know about that. There's a big thing that's going on with that they're looking into. I think you're right. Okay. We have judged, we have bequeathed. Walmart is the worst. But you have shopped there. I will not shop there anymore, but you have shopped there recently. I'll just say that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I did. I did. I bought a whole bunch of stuff full of poison, sent it to your house.
I know. It smelled funny.
Accidentally. Yeah.
So, that smells like poison. Better give it to the homeless.
Yeah, that's what happens instead of jail in Total Babble Monopoly. When you go around, it's do not pass go, do not collect $200, accidentally send shit you need to Stu's house, or don't get a refund on something that you needed to, I don't know, or other weird shit that could happen to us. Not allowed to return a pair of pants that are too tight. Just happened to me recently.
Okay, well, we can add to that idea if ever there are any more ideas for Total Babble Monopoly. We can certainly go with that.
People should send us voice notes. I know that you always give out the phone number, but I don't know if we've ever promoted the fact that people can send us voice notes. Just record a voice note and send it over.
I've got a bunch from Imani Coppola here we could play. Oh, Jesus. I thought about playing them. I don't know the legality of that. They're pretty bad.
Well, she sent them to you.
Yeah.
Haven't you seen what's been happening with Afro Man and Lemon Pound Cake? If somebody sends you these things or comes into your home, you have the right to record them, and then you have the right to turn it into art.
It
This
depends
is
on the
odd.
state, though. In California, you have to notify someone that you are going to record them before you record them.
But she didn't get recorded. She
That's right.
recorded herself
Right.
and sent it to you.
Right. I think it would be okay. And then
I don't
there's
know.
ethics, too. I'd have to evaluate the ethics, and I don't know.
The other thing too is she might be having a mental health crisis. I feel
She
like
probably
it feels like she is having a mental health crisis because no one in their right mind would do that. Now, I do understand that on occasion people may find you infuriating. However, it doesn't sound like this is one of those occasions. Like, this is not you doubling down on a fight with the lady at Costco. This is not that. It just sounds like you were trying to help out and you're just having a situation.
It wasn't even help out. Okay, see, now we have to talk about it.
She's lost her ever-loving mind.
Now I have to give details.
You interacted with her post. What is she going to do? Is this bitch fucking famous? Because what is she going to do when other people, like, are actually critical of her?
I don't know. I can tell you she had a big hit song in the 90s, Legend of a Cowgirl, and a couple
Never heard of
really
it.
great records with a band called Little Jackie that I really like. I genuinely like her music and think she is talented. Okay, now we have to talk about it. So here's what happened. I follow her on Instagram. She followed me back. There was some charity thing with her mom that I helped out on. Just giving that as context, like there's a little bit of maybe we should know each other. That's the only reason I mentioned that. One night I'm looking on Instagram and she posts a video of her sending a letter that says, "Are you awake?" And she puts it in an envelope and seals the envelope. And on that envelope, she has her home address written out. So I'm like, holy God, what kind of crazy shit is this? Obviously, this is intentional. Obviously, she wants people to do something with this. So I, being funny and clever, I don't do anything weird. I just get an envelope and remember it said, "Are you awake?" I just write on a piece of paper, "Yes, are you?" And then I say, "Be a tree." It's a reference to a song, Stu, Total Babble. I put that in an envelope. I write it out to her address, put a stamp on it, send it off. She got this the other day and did a whole video about it, screaming, "Who is this from? There's no return address, no context," just going off on it. Stu, Total Babble, and just fucking went bitch nuts on it. And then I replied and said, "I think you're missing the point. I was doing this as a fun thing. No, you don't understand. Here are the rules to the game. Here's the way I'm going to play the game." I was sending that to a friend of mine, and I was kind of trying to make a bit out of the fact that you can do texts through mail. And I said, okay, well, there was no context for that. All you did was say, "Hey, are you awake?" on the internet and put your home address out there. What I did was pretty tame compared to what could have happened. And we then went back and forth, and she screamed at me in DMs with voicemails. And I replied back and said, "Wow, it's amazing that you're really so upset by this. Maybe you should go think about it. Maybe you will reevaluate it another day." And then she sent something else. And I said, "I'm not even going to bother with it. And I'm going to move on because it's just based on the way that my week is gone and the way everything seems to fuck me." Was I wrong there? I always like to start with that. Was I wrong there? I responded to the bit. She put her address up there. I didn't do anything creepy or weird.
It depends.
All right.
She obviously thinks that you did.
I don't think that she
sounds like
thinks that. I think that she's pissed off that I didn't do something else.
I think. Oh, really?
Yeah.
If she put her home address up, I probably would have DM'd her and said, "Hey, your personal home address is visible to everyone on the internet."
Would have, but she knows that she did it. It was very intentional. You could tell. I get the point that you're trying to make. It's not like it was a secret, private thing. She made it very obvious.
And she's upset that you engaged with it.
Yeah. I didn't engage the right way, apparently. I didn't follow the rules. It was, "Listen, motherfucker, here's the rules of this." And I just went.
What are the rules of this?
The rules that it was meant to be a thing where you can text through the mail, and that was just to a friend of hers, and she was doing that on camera, showing her home address to show the, I don't know. I don't understand the point.
So I think her bit was to show the communication between her and her friend. She wasn't expecting other people to send it, and she was surprised that she got it from somebody who, in her mind, she didn't give permission to participate.
Yeah, okay. Well, if that's the case,
however,
I still didn't do anything creepy or weird.
No, I agree. I think that she did the wrong thing by putting her address on. Like, that's dumb. I mean, I don't even know if it's the wrong thing, but it's a shortcut to getting a stalker.
Right. I think if she did do that as a mistake to fucking go off on somebody in a massive way, screaming at them is the wrong way to go.
100%.
Yeah. Boy, I want to play these.
I don't want to say the wrong thing or get people screaming at me. However, it's probably going to happen. But if she had a hit in the 90s, then I'm guessing she's a woman of a certain age. Okay? She's got to be getting up towards 50, and she's probably perimenopausal or going through menopause. So she literally might be out of her fucking mind. And I, as a woman of a certain age, I can relate to this sort of thing, so much so that I sent my friend something earlier today, and I'll read it to you from my text messages. It says, my favorite thing about perimenopause is how I can go from, sure, no problem, to, I will fucking set this entire situation on fire in like 4 seconds for no reason.
Well, you know how when we do the YouTube game and you instantly come up with stuff?
Yeah.
That would be the case here. I remember there was some kind of post she had about menopause and medication and something. And you're absolutely right. That's been posted publicly. I hope now she doesn't send you a direct message screaming at you over and over again. But you are absolutely
good luck,
correct.
Because I can't wait to remix it into a song that's probably better than anything she's put out in the last 10 years.
See, you're being worse than I am. I like her music. I will admit I like it. Even her Target commercials have been pretty good. So she's done Target
I'm just making a joke because I've never heard her music. If you like it, it's a fairly reasonable bet that I, too, would enjoy it. But
the first solo record she did, and she has 2 Little Jackie records that were just tremendous and really good music. Whether or not she's an asshole, I haven't determined if she's an asshole or not. But certainly that experience was not good. And then there was something after that I just had enough with life. And she said, but wait, this is good. And said something about she was trying to do this and it looked like she was apologizing kind of. And I just said, I don't have time for it. I'm moving on. I just can't focus on anything else right now. I'm so tired and just so tired of life.
I feel like fighting with someone it takes so much effort and so much energy.
It's draining.
And no offense to you. I mean, I would have a fight with you because I know you. Like, I'll invest that energy. Like, if I care enough about our relationship, so I'll have an argument with you. Like, sure. But some fucking random that I don't care about, why would I waste my time? Although today I did give out a little bit of energy when somebody beat their horn at me and I screamed at them, are you beeping at me? Are you fucking beeping at me? And then I flipped them off.
Nice.
You know, I flipped them off, but it was very aggressive. So it was a flick, like a little knife.
All right. Yeah,
and the best part about this was I was at my son's school picking him up. And the reason that I wasn't progressing is because I had a middle schooler whose face was aligned with my bumper at that time. I was literally letting a child cross in front of me, and this fuckhead was was beeping me and trying to overtake me like I'm sitting there twiddling my thumbs or something and not driving.
They wanted you to hit the child instead.
I mean, I didn't know that child. Maybe they were in the right. Maybe I should have run down that child. However, I decided that it was best that I let the child cross safely.
Yeah, I think that's the best choice.
Anyway,
and
fuck
I'm
that person.
very, very proud of you. That is growth for you in the anger department. You don't normally step up and do that kind of thing. That's good.
No, it isn't. Let's thank today's not sponsor, perimenopause.
There you go. I think Sometimes people just need to be taught a lesson. Your lesson was, hey, there's a kid I could have killed right here. Take that lesson, fuckface.
Yeah, exactly. Let the hate flow through you, Luke.
And I will tell you, thinking back, you and I have only had one fight on this show, and it was only the one, and it was over something stupid that we worked out, and that was it, and it's been moved on. And you're looking confused.
No, I know. It was a misunderstanding. I didn't even think that was a fight.
Yeah, and that was like, okay, that was worked out and that was honest. And I will say to you that I feel that I have, in this case, also made progress, because in the olden days, I would have been such a motherfucker about this and would have kept it going on and on and on for so long and battled and motherfuckered all over the place and not gone with, okay, I'm done, I'm moving on, good luck, which is how I left it.
Yeah. And again, I don't know this person, so my intention here isn't to cast aspersions, but you know how sometimes you realize something about a person and then you're like, yeah, no, this doesn't seem fair. Like, I don't know, if you were going to try and fight a homeless man for a sandwich, you'd be like, nah,
What do you
bruh.
mean if? I've done that so many times.
I have it on good authority that you're going to try and give people sandwiches in parking lots.
I was just going to bring that up.
Right? But if you start in with someone and then you realize that they have brought an apple to a battle of wits, or that they are obviously not right in the head, you go, no, I'm good. You
I
take
don't
the
know
win
if
here.
it was that. I'll tell you that as this happened, I did have the thought process of, oh, okay, crazy artist syndrome. That's what this is. I had in my head resolved that, okay, she is very talented, and I will say that, and she must just be very nutty and does this a lot with antagonizing stuff and whatever, and I can leave it there. My challenge is going to be liking the music anymore. I don't know if that's the case. And I'll say this too. I wasn't going to bring this up at all, and then we started talking about it. I don't want to just make a typical meathead fucking bit out of it either. And then this. But I will say, if I have misrepresented anything and she wants to voice that, I will either voice that I misrepresented here on the show in future shows, or she's welcome to come on and talk about it. I'm resistant to doing that because then it just seems like a dumb Joe Rogan, we'll get him on, we're going to fight it out. That's not what I want to do. I hate that kind of crap.
Yeah, but I don't think you want to fight it. I genuinely believe that this was a misunderstanding. And as an independent third party, I feel like perhaps she may have overreacted, and which is a shame.
And it still just adds to my shit week is all I'm saying.
But I hope she feels better.
Sure. We'll go with that.
And I hope you feel better too. You know what helps me?
Vodka? No, you're not a vodka drinker.
No, I'm not really much of a drinker. No, but I have a practice where if I'm feeling really shitty, I do two things. First one is I sit down and I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for. And then I make a point of doing something nice for somebody else. Because neuroscientists have done research that says that if you go and you do something nice for someone or you help someone, it helps you feel better.
I can see that. And I did something really good the other day. I don't remember what it was. But I was like, oh, that was good. That was fun. I'm glad I did that. I don't remember, but whatever. Yeah. Point bunked.
Point bunked.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry that you're having a terrible week. Good news, it's the end of the week.
It is.
And so the new week starts in just 2 sleeps.
That's your method of time, 2 sleeps. But then if you're insomniac, then it's a whole thing.
Or a meth head. If you're a meth head, it's only 2 sleeps till Christmas.
Yay.
Yay.
It all still seems so long, though.
Oh, only to us, because we're not meth heads.
I guess time's moving faster when you're doing that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, how do you think that people discover and pursue a career as a meth cook?
A meth cook? You mean as a drug person? Or a drug scientist, I think is what you're talking about. I think that's what you mean.
Correct. The latter. The drug scientist. Yeah, how does one discover that they have a knack for cooking rock.
Well, if
You know-
you're a teacher and you get cancer, then you start looking for ways to take care of your family. And then you get into that business and you find a guy that runs a chicken restaurant who's running everything and a teen guy that will help you do it. And then you go out into the desert. And that is all I remember of Breaking Bad.
Heisenberg principle.
Yeah.
Classic. Get cancer, cook meth.
You ever watch that show?
I think I started and then I just never really got into it.
I got through it a couple different times. I was not as into it as other people. I will tell you that Better Call Saul is a way better show and that everybody should watch Better Call Saul with Rhea Seehorn.
Oh, yeah. Who's that actor? The guy who plays Saul?
Bob Odenkirk. He's great.
He is great. You know how we watch movies and we watch the first one and the second one in our house? We recently did Nobody and Nobody 2.
Those are the action ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good in those.
He's really good.
Yeah. He was part of a comedy group, Bob and...
It's okay.
Oh, he's Mr. Show. Oh, thank Christ. He was part of Mr. Show. It was a sketch comedy show with him.
Cool.
And okay, now I'm going to have to do this because it's going to make me insane. Hang on.
I've never watched
Hey,
it.
Siri, who were the actors in Mr. Show?
Here's an answer from Wikipedia.
Oh, David Cross. Okay. Him and David Cross, who's a comedian, did Mr. Show. And it's kind of a cult classic comedy duo show that was on HBO for a long time. God, it took a long time to get there.
I'll have to check it out. Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I went to this improv comedy show last week
Oh, so that's why it's on your mind.
with my entire family.
You said, I've got to do more Metallica comedy, is what you said to yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Why not? But I was sitting there thinking to myself, I could do this.
I've thought that too. I have, actually.
You have?
Yeah. It's just
You've
a
done
thing that
improv?
you got to be in the groove of doing it. And when you do it a lot, you can do it really easily. And while you'd be great at it, you absolutely would.
I feel like I could do it.
Yeah.
And I feel like it could be very, very weird.
Yeah. The stuff that would come out of your head. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I've thought about it. But they were fantastic. I don't think that I would be as good as the people who were literally getting paid to do it. But I'd definitely give it a red hot go. So if anybody wants me to come and join their little improv comedy.
She will do it at like parties. She'll be like a clown for kids. She'll come and do improv for you. She'll do, mime stuff up against the wall. Oh, I just hit the mic. Look at me. First time in a long time.
Man, I feel vindicated.
She'll do mime against the wall. All that kind of fun stuff is what she'll do.
Yeah. I'll do
mime-ish
opening the windows,
Yeah.
stealing your jewelry,
Oh, what's out here?
taking your car keys. I've never dressed as a mime. Have you ever dressed as a mime? Just like with the white face paint and the big Mickey Mouse glasses.
No, I hate mimes. I really do have a thing against mimes. It's one of my things.
This is the first time that I'm learning that you don't like mimes.
I
This
have
is
a
important
really bad
information for me. One of my best friends, Mut, who doesn't listen to the show, but Mut and I had a conversation, and she is afraid of butterflies and little people. Whenever possible, I will send her videos of these things, and just to freak her out massively. So yesterday, I found this delightful video of a gentleman who is very small in stature washing his massive lifted truck in one of those self-wash bays. And he was like jumping up and down using the high pressure hose, like jumping up and down to wash the grill. And like he was up on his bonnet and everything. And then, just had to take a run up to like get into the truck. And I sent it to her straight away. We went to a shop once and we turned around and there was a little person behind us and she was very concerned.
Did she scream and jump back? That would be funny.
No,
Okay.
she just grabbed me and she's like, oh, fuck, don't look behind us. Why? There's a little person. And I don't know why. They're just regular people.
Right.
But I think she's kind of playing it up.
Did she ever have something
like a
that
joke.
happened to her as a child with little people? Sometimes that's a thing. Formative
That
years.
could be a thing.
Right.
Well, this stuff's like super important. She's also really fucking short. Like she's not a regular sized human herself. And so maybe I think it's just so discombobulating to not be the shortest person in the room that she just can't stand it. Maybe she's jealous.
I think what you're saying is she's a self-hating midget.
I mean, maybe. Maybe. Do you know what my favorite card is in Cards Against Humanity? Like my absolute favorite answer card. Have you played Cards Against Humanity?
I have a long time ago.
That's great.
Yeah.
Do you remember any of the answer cards? Do you have a favorite answer card?
I don't remember it at all.
Well, that's okay because I'll remember for the both of us. And the best card, hands down, fight me on it, I don't care, is, and it goes with anything, the answer is 2 midgets shitting into a bucket. That's it. That's the card.
See, I don't even remember the context or how that would be used. That's very funny.
Just use it anyway, just any answer. You know, one of the questions could be, what is President Obama's guilty pleasure? Boom. 2 midgets shitting into a bucket.
That's good. I remember playing that with friends, and I remember playing a game called Lunch Money. That was a card game that was pretty fun. Like your kids, and you'd beat each other up with bags of quarters and all kinds of weird things, and you insult each other. And yeah,
I've never played Lunch Money, but it sounds quite my speed.
Pretty good. Yeah. So one of the things that we started to talk about, and we got like just a couple minutes of the show left now, but Punch the Monkey. Let's finish that up because I had points to make about Punch the Monkey. There was this thing on ABC News the other day, and I think I started this in the last show. I have to remember now what I've done and haven't done.
We talked about it in the last show.
And it cut off right as I started playing the audio for it. So Punch the Monkey. Don't you know you gotta punch the monkey? Peter Gabriel song. Punch the Monkey is that monkey in Tokyo that was shunned by the tribe. They gave him a stuffed monkey. Now everybody's buying that stuffed monkey at IKEA. And I'll play this, and right midway through this is where the bit got cut off and nobody else heard our fantastic comments on Punch the Goddamn Monkey. I'm tired of Punch the Monkey. Let's listen to David Meir.
Well, I know what you're getting for Christmas.
Tonight, they grow up so fast. Punch the Monkey, and that zoo outside Tokyo now says he has a girlfriend.
Punch has got a chick.
Quick question, though.
Yeah.
Why does this guy sound like he is reporting on a true crime?
He's got that kind of tone about him.
Voice.
He has a very affected tone. I don't dislike him, and I say at least he's not CBS. Anything is better than CBS. They're getting a lot of CBS's ratings, so I'm good with that.
Okay.
Yeah. This is World News Tonight with David Muir.
You remember that little monkey abandoned by his mother, shunned by the other monkeys. Zookeepers giving him that stuffed orangutan from IKEA to try to help him build his confidence. Cuddling, dragging that stuffed animal everywhere he went.
And I wonder, he's not at a point in his career now where he would have to think about this, but old days of his career, they would have really had to coach him about, now you've got to really sell the love and delight in this poor monkey. Make sure you give it all your heart, talking about Punch the Monkey.
Yeah, I could really hear, I heard him start in on true crime voice, and then you could hear the heart and the smile.
Yeah. This is the end of show thing that they do where it's like, here's our human interest story. We're going to tell you about a monkey or a veteran who's now walking with no legs. Here we go. Yeah. And I'll just say right now that it was me that brought it up and another comedian that brought it up. I don't think he stole my bit, but we had the same idea. If the monkey was shunned, if nobody wanted to be around Punch, maybe he was just an asshole. Nobody considers this. They think, oh, poor monkey, maybe he was difficult or abusive to be around. Nobody says that kind of thing.
Yeah, nobody says that kind of thing. But maybe they should. I think we should also consider what it would be like if you or I did essentially the same thing as Punch the Monkey. What if you got a life-sized humanoid sex doll and just started carrying her around everywhere?
Would it have to be a sex doll? I could do it with just another looking body. Sex doll might be weird for me.
Well, you could do it with anything.
Okay.
However, if you wanted a life-sized human-shaped thing,
yeah,
I think your only options are sex doll. Because Where else are we producing that? Oh, you know what else you could do? Medical dummy. Just like a surgical practice dummy.
Crash test dummy.
Also good.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Good point. Well made. Ballistics dummy, although those are very heavy. And yeah, exactly. And to my point, all of this stuff would be really heavy. So you'd either need to piggyback it around or drag it. And dead weight is very heavy.
Yeah.
And so again, I go back to my original point. How weird would it be if as human adults or even as human babies, we did that? I guess babies play baby, don't they? They have little babies.
They do. And they've done research, and they will do that without any outside influence. I don't think it's terrible to say, but I think it's true that boys left alone and girls left alone to make their own decisions. Boys generally go with trucks. Girls generally go with dolls and that sort of thing. Open to anybody else doing whatever they want with their kids. But that, as I understand it, is true.
It is true. My kids did both. As we all know, as everybody knows, I have 2 sons. And I had one of them that used to like to play dad. And so he would wear the baby. He had like his stuffed animals and stuff, and he would wear the baby and wanted a little stroller for his baby.
And how did you address that? Did you say, oh, it's okay? Did you? I'm sure you said it was okay because it is okay.
Yeah, obviously I thought it was great because how do you think he got the fucking stroller?
Yeah, well.
He didn't steal it. He didn't
break into a Walmart.
He didn't rumble some girl for it.
Yeah.
But also we had like the baby wearing apparatus and stuff because that's what he used to travel around in when he was a little tiny baby. And I don't think I think it's nice that they practice being dads.
Yeah, like I say, do whatever you want with your kids and let them make their own decisions and see where it goes. And they're going to ask questions and answer the questions and go with that and let them say all the dirty words they want. That's the important part.
Oh, yeah, my kids have started swearing. It's so funny. They don't swear in front of me, but I hear them swearing with each other when I read their text messages. It's pretty funny.
How do you handle that if it's around you? Do they, what do you say?
I'll just say, excuse me? And then they'll say something again with a more PG version.
The way I grew up, which I believe is the way everyone should, if I can judge. Mom said there are certain words you don't say in public because people would be offended by them, but there are no bad words. Words are not bad. Intentions are bad. I think she listened to George Carlin. So say whatever you need to say around me, but in public, just be sure you speak in a better way, a different way, I guess.
Yeah. And our boys totally get that. And if they are quoting someone, they can use all the swear words. We let them watch mature rated films, although not horror and not R-rated films yet, nothing with sex scenes or anything. But we've started to get into M-rated action films.
If your kid has to watch people making love or people killing each other, which choice do you make?
Yeah, people making love.
Yeah, it seems obvious. You know, that's not always the choice. Some parents are like, oh, let them watch the violence, and they don't want to let them see somebody kissing somebody even sometimes.
Yeah, but my kids are at an age of where they will act like people kissing is literally scooping their eyeballs out.
Oh.
They'll scream like they're being like little vampires burnt by sun rays. But they'll watch somebody be disemboweled by the predator, and then they're like, cool. I think that's just the age. Although, as we know, I'm a prude. I can't watch gratuitous sex scenes. I cannot.
If you're alone even?
Yeah, even if I'm alone. I'm so creeped out by it. I cannot watch it.
To me, it's weird if you're with somebody else, depending who it is, like with a parent or something, or your kids. I would think that would be weird. But alone, who cares?
I can read it,
Yeah.
but I can't watch it. So, for example, if I'm reading a book, I don't get like super creeped out or weirded out if I'm reading about things like that. But if it's on the television,
Yeah.
I can't even. No.
You feel like you're seeing something you shouldn't see.
Yeah. I'm like, this is not for me. This is somebody's private times.
Well, I'd
Again,
clue you in
something wrong
on this.
with me,
It's
I'm
not
sure.
real, so you know. Those are usually actors.
Sure.
Yeah.
but see point A, and I still can't. I just can't. Nope. Creeps me out. Ooh, it's making me feel nervous just talking about it.
That could have been a good April Fool's bit. All right, next time.
What's the bit?
I don't know. I have a share screen here. I could have done something with that.
Oh my God. No.
All of a sudden, stuff's popping up. I could do that if I wanted to.
I'm sure you could.
Yeah.
I could also leave.
And I'd start out light. I wouldn't make it like full on banging action. I'd build up and see how much you could take as an April Fool's bit.
0.
Yeah.
0. As soon as I got a taste for where this was heading, I would just push the eject button. I'd be like, I'm sorry, but I must away.
So you know that wouldn't be the first time. I've had people walk off the show before, so.
Are you proud of that?
I am, actually.
Why?
It just is kind of a cool badge of honor. That last host that I had would get so fucking worked up that she would quit the show. And I was just being me. I was no worse than I am now.
I think the other thing too is like people can take themselves way too seriously, for one. And then 2, this is largely a comedy show, and both of us are playing on occasion slightly amplified versions of ourselves.
Yeah.
You know,
Everything I say is true and what I believe, but it's obvious when it's coached up a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
And so anybody who knows us and listens to the show, it's, you know, we also have there's an audience. I think the big thing about comedy is knowing your audience. And so you and I we have an audience, but for the purposes of this show, we are each other's audience.
Yep.
And so I'm going to say stuff that I know is going to make you laugh. And for example, I wouldn't say that same stuff to my mother-in-law. Although she's a funny lady, so maybe I would. But I wouldn't say it to one of my son's teachers.
Right.
Okay? Hey, sir, did I tell you about 2 midgets shitting into a bucket? No, not going to happen. 1, probably get arrested. But also, weird.
And then to wrap up the thing with Punch the Monkey.
Oh, this fucking monkey.
I think that he started carrying that monkey around and then he got friends because the other monkeys were afraid and intimidated by him. I think they were like, oh, Jesus, he's going to kill us. Nudge up to him and go, oh, we like you, don't kill us. I think the other monkeys became friends because they were so afraid. What do you think about that?
Maybe. Or, and this is a metaphor for human life, maybe that's the monkey equivalent of driving a Lambo.
Oh.
And so Punch be pulling bitches because now he's a baller. That's what it is. That's what has happened. He has been catapulted forward in the cool stakes because he got this amazing thing that is this never before seen thing. Actually, fuck a Lamborghini. This thing's a spaceship. They've never seen this sort of thing before. And he just rocks in with it draped over him. And now he's Captain Cool Pants. And all of the ladies want it because you know why? It's just monkeys and humans alike. You want to choose a man who can provide for you. And he is providing whatever that is that nobody else has. And that's cool. Cool points.
So all the male monkeys want to be that monkey and the female monkeys just want that monkey. Let me pay that off right now.
His fellow primates grooming him, hitching a ride in the back of this monkey before falling off. Back in the U.S., so many zoos here trying the same experiment, from the San Antonio Zoo, where that gorilla was unfazed, to the Phoenix Zoo and the hug. Well, tonight, new pictures from the San Francisco Zoo. Apparently, it's working there. And tonight, Punch, outside Tokyo, look at this, walking up to his new girlfriend, hugging her.
The Lamborghini worked.
The Lamborghini worked.
And now so many visiting that zoo, sharing videos of the two cuddling together, playing together, even kissing. Tonight, Punch's fans now say this is the fairy tale ending he deserved. Good for Punch. He's going to have a good weekend. I'll see you right back here on Monday from all of us here. Good night.
Yeah, come back next week. As we were talking about, Punch is an asshole. The reason that he didn't have a girlfriend is because he's not right in the head. Come back next week, ladies and gentlemen, when he uses the IKEA toy to bludgeon his new girlfriend to death.
You want this monkey? You take this monkey. You take this monkey.
In the face.
There you go. Okay, really quick. There's so many things I wanted to get to. I'll hit this really quick because we're kind of at the end here. CBS News is shutting down their entire radio division. That's important because CBS and Skydance and Paramount, they're all being sold and they have been made the propaganda network for Trump. And all of those newscasts now that used to be respected and had integrity, all of those newscasts to radio stations are gone. And they are from a legendary pedigree of Edward R. Murrow and Walter Cronkite and people that were respected newscasters before I was even around. And that's sad that that's going away. And it's all because of Barry Weiss and her asshole propaganda bullshit. And I bring that up to show that it's a bad transitional time in our world and that still you should really be boycotting CBS Paramount.
It is sad. And I wonder, with the looming threat of nuclear war, do you think that we'll go back to traditional radio broadcasts at any time? All of the preppers are learning how to use ham radios.
I don't think so. I think people are so invested in their devices that there's never going to be a big radio need again. I hope it sticks around more. But I don't know that it's ever going to be as big as it was. And rather than giving people something attractive to listen to on radio, most networks are not giving them anything new. They're just giving them something cheap.
I like to imagine that sort of pirate radio or community radio will have its day in the sun again. You know, like local radio stations. And that's what I hope for. I think that would be great. You and I could do a local radio show.
That could happen, but then Brendan Carr will have something to do, and he'll send like the radio version of ICE out there to track him down and shut him down and beat him up and kill him, as we've had happen in other areas of the world.
I'm not proud of it, but that sparked a thought.
Yeah.
Wasn't somebody at one point in time talking about turning homeless people into wireless hotspots?
I don't know. I had not heard that.
Maybe this was a fever dream I had.
It could be, but wow.
Yeah, I mean, the logistics of that.
How would that? I guess you'd put stuff. I'm not even going to get into it.
And why?
Yeah.
And why? I don't know.
Because then you could sell it and you could make money off it. That's all everything is.
Yeah, maybe it was a way to help give them an income.
Well, everything is money-based nowadays. There's no real compassion or thought. It's just money.
I have to go and look up that monkey.
Make sure you get an IKEA monkey for your kids. I'm sure they're cheap now. I wonder how much they're going for on eBay. That could be
I'm going to
interesting.
guess it's like $12.99. We should look it up.
Yeah.
But I haven't been to IKEA in a very, very long time, even though there's one nearby me, but I just, not a fan. But no, I was thinking I was going to get you one of those monkeys for Christmas.
Either that or a Trader Joe's bag like they have. Those are so important. It's important everybody get one of those.
Maybe I could get you the monkey and put it inside a Trader Joe's mini toad.
I would immediately sell it and make, well, no, by then they wouldn't be worth anything. Damn it.
My local Trader Joe's has just so many of those mini toads. I'll get you that and a Hot Girl Stanley Cup. And a cup holder that you could put on your bike for your Stanley Cup.
I would like a Stanley Cup with a monkey attached to it so that when you go to drink, the monkey is on it and he's flipping all around.
Like he's swinging around.
Yeah.
Yes. And some booty shorts.
Yeah.
I think that this is going to be amazing. Just some tiny little denim booty shorts for your bike ride with Punch the Monkey and a Stanley Cup.
I like it. This is something to strive for. Everybody have a tremendous week. Shut the hell away from me or us. I don't know if you want to be included in the shut the hell away from.
Definitely. I always want to be included in the shut the hell away from me.
Us, then.
Yeah. Bring some peace, quiet to the jungle tonight.
Okay, you know how this goes. Like us, subscribe, tell your friends, write a nice review, engage with us. We're Total Babble on Instagram, on Facebook, on Threads, and on Blue Sky. Email is show@totalbabble.com. The Total Babble Podcast.